Hi, I'm Bowditch. I'm a therapist and author of The Power of Confidence and the Energy of Anxiety. And I'm just talking about procrastination and perfectionism. And these two can very often be linked to confidence and with that, the fear of failure. Because you want to do such a good job, and sometimes really this is your standards, and your standards are so high because very often being perfect about something is a matter of opinion. It's not always as simple as a maths equation where you know when you've got it 100% right. And that causes you to either just not know where to start with something or to pause a project at some point, halfway through perhaps, and not know what that next move is because you just want to get it so right. And in trying to get it so right, you just don't get anywhere with it. And I've known really amazing people pause on projects and then not see those through because they have that self-doubt and that fear of failure. And failure is always feedback. Failure is not a state of being. You're not a failure. And particularly if you keep trying, you're going to improve. If I had feared failure in my life, there are so many opportunities I'd have missed out on and so many things I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't even be doing the job that I'm doing now. I wouldn't be a therapist. I certainly wouldn't have written any books because these books are my view on things, my opinion, my experiences. So we all have to start somewhere and we can learn through what we do. So whatever comes back from what you put out in the world, whether it's to do with a project or a hobby that you want to take up or whatever it is just going to give you that feedback for further progression. So it is important that you recognize when you are in that procrastination phase, because then you can make little steps forward, which is what I tend to do. If I get a bit of a nervous feeling in my stomach, which I often do with the books, every stage of the book is moving it on another level, and particularly once it goes to people to read, more so before the print phase, I know that I'm very sort of open to other people's comments and criticism, which is what I've asked for. And it just makes me feel that little bit more vulnerable. But I recognise it and I just make sure I keep pushing through. So whenever I feel a little bit nervous about something that I'm doing, I will take little steps just to make sure that I'm progressing. And so it's really important to understand that if you are a perfectionist or if you are procrastinating, or doing the two together, then chances are it's linked to some sort of fear of failure. And that probably links maybe to something that happened in your life, could be from years ago, or perhaps maybe in some situation you were constantly told you weren't good enough, or maybe you compare yourself to other people. And you don't need to do that. You just need to be wonderful, unique you. We're all unique, we're all different, and it wouldn't serve us to be all the same. Life would be so dull if we were all just churning out exactly the same stuff. So it is important to be wonderfully and uniquely you and trust in what you do, because you're probably a hell of a lot better than you give yourself credit for. And to just put something out there, whatever it is, like I say, whether you want to run a 5K or if you want to stand up and do that presentation or if you want to go for that promotion at work, whatever it is, then just take those steps forward, keep moving it forward. Occasionally you'll have to take a bit more of a leap forward, but do it because you're really going to impress yourself, surprise yourself, and you'll feel a lot happier for it as well. There's more on this in my book, The Power of Confidence, so you may want to dip in there and see what else is in there with regards to confidence and all the surrounding issues.